What are the best plank combos in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? In the TCG, we've seen constant development in plank combos. Even as recently as YCS Lil, where we saw Julius S display a true one-card combo line that played better around super polymerization. So what does Master Duel look like? In Master Duel, we have an additional copy of both Dryas and Healer we have access to in our extra deck. Personally, I only play 2 Jasmines, but this completely changes what the combo lines look like. In this video, I am going to showcase the 3 main combo lines, starting from each of the main starters, Sunseed Genius Loci, Aroma Lilith Rosalina, and Ragnaraika the Evil Seed. For this video, I am going to be using a playmat, and I'm not going to be using the simulator, as it's very difficult to fix hands, and I'd like to show some alternate routes. Speaking of simulators, today's video is sponsored by Elestrals Clash. So if you've been keeping up with me on either Twitch, Discord, or Twitter, I have been playing a lot of the Elestrals TCG. It's a game that I've ended up really enjoying. I'll play a check. Effective check. Elestrals Clash, unlike other TCG simulators, is going to come with all cards already unlocked. So from the get-go, you're going to be able to build a full competitive deck and try it out immediately, with no cost to you. Elestrals Clash is currently in Kickstarter, and it's a project that I've invested in myself. You can check out the Kickstarter and all the information about the simulator, link in the description below. It would really help out my channel, and to be supporting a project that I am personally invested in. This is a project that I've backed myself, and I would implore you take a look at the Kickstarter down below in the description. Thank you so much to Elestrals Clash for sponsoring this video, and let's get into the combos. So, to begin, we're going to go through a primary just Loci combo. Now, there's 1 or 2 differences between this and our regular combos, which is, we're just starting with a Loci, we don't need any cards to discard. Now, you can discard in this combo, if you haven't a dead evenly matched, to end on Bloom as well. However, you don't actually need a discard for this combo. The second thing to note is this is 2 Jasmine. We are not using the 3rd Jasmine, like we do in the TCG, because we don't have room in the extra deck. We're also not using Melius for that reason. The third thing to note is I'm using a TCG setup to show this combo because it is really hard to get the actual setup where you only have Loci and no other cards that are plants in hand. We'll show the combo. We not start with normal summon Loci. Link 1 into Dryas. Use Dryas' effect, adding Sowing. Use Sowing to summon Twin. Then Chain Link 1 Twin, Chain Link 2 Dryas, which is especially important in Master Duel to chain block away from Gamma. We then summon Thrasher and Loci. You can summon a second healer here if you wish. I just choose to play Thrasher over the second healer. Link 2 into our first Jasmine. Then link 1 with the Twin into Dryas. And then link 1 with the Loci into the second healer. We use Healer's effect, targeting Dryas to go up to 8,300 life. And then use Jasmine's effect to search. Here we're going to search Princess because it's the best extender if we end up getting interrupted. We're then going to go Effective Jasmine, tribute Healer as cost, to summon Lonefire, then Effective Lonefire, tributing itself as cost, to summon Evil Seed. We'll use the effect of Evil Seed to add Ragnaraika Bloom and Ragnaraika Samurai Beetle, then banish Samurai Beetle from hand. We will activate Ragnaraika Bloom, and then use the effect of Bloom to reborn Samurai Beetle. We're then going to link Samurai Beetle plus Evil Seed into our Skeletal Soldier, and use the effect of Beetle in Graveyard, targeting a Lonefire to re-reborn it. Then we can use the effect of our Lonefire, tributing itself, to summon Lilyboria from deck. We'll now use the effect of Lilyboria. In this case, I'm going to send Ragnaraika Bloom from field to grave. However, if you wish to keep that Ragnaraika Bloom on field for the attack and defense reduction and increase effects, then you can send discard a card from hand. That could be an evenly matched or a Dark Ruler, a card that isn't good going first. So anyway, we'll use Lilyboria, sending Bloom, to add Discolosseum, then use Discolosseum to search Regulus. From here, we're going to link the Lilyboria and the Jasmine off into Rosemary, then use the effect of Rosemary to add Blend. We'll use Blend, discarding Regulus, to grab Humid Winds, and then link Dryas plus Skeletal Soldier into our second Jasmine. We'll use the effect of Humid Winds to pay 1,000, putting us on 7,300 life, to search Rosalina, and then Humid Winds effect again. We then go chainlink 1 Jasmine because it's mandatory, then chainlink 2 Rosemary. Rosemary summons Rosalina, and Jasmine effect to search will search out Snowdrop. Rosalina's effect will then activate, allowing us to summon Laurel. Now, because we're not summoning Regulus this turn, we're only summoning plants this turn, and insects, we can use Skeletal Soldier effect in Grave, bouncing back the second Jasmine to summon Skeletal Soldier. Skeletal Soldier's effect can then reborn Evil Seed. And we can make the second copy of Jasmine using these two. Making our second Jasmine, Laurel effect again, put us on 8,300, and Jasmine will search, getting our Petal. So this means we have the 3 Rikka cards in hand, which ends up being quite important. Because once you have these 3 Rikka cards, this is your guaranteed double rank 4 play. So it will special summon Snowdrop, and Petal as well from hand. Use Petal's effect to search, Petal searching Mudan. Just to clarify, we're using Snowdrop's effect in hand to summon these 2. We'll then activate Effective Princess in hand special, and then Snowdrop targeting Princess, making everything level 4. Then we can overlay Petal plus Princess into Strenna, and use Strenna's effect attaching Princess to target Lily Borea in Grave. Because we used the effect of Lily Borea on field and we didn't use the effect in hand earlier on to summon it, we're going to be able to summon it equipping the Regulus. But first, we're going to use Mudan. Mudan's going to summon by treating Strenna, and then chainlink 1 Strenna, chainlink 2 Mudan, Mudan searching Concon, and Strenna summoning a Hyperiton. We'll use the Concon, chaining Hyperiton to equip it, and then effective Concon set from deck, Concon's going to set Rikka Sheet. We can then overlay Rosalina and Snowdrop, since they're both level 4s, into a second copy of Strenna. Now, there's 2 different routes you can go down. You can either focus on linking off the Jasmine, so that you're completely immune from Super Poly, and then you're trying to banish the remainder of cards on your field to keep a zone open with Blend. However, the way that I like to do it is I like to go Mudan plus Rosemary into Bengalancer, effect of Blending Graveyard, banishing Laurel, and we'll go for Healer to bring out Magnolia, and then special summon Borea by equipping Regulus. So the disadvantage of doing it this way is Rikka Sheet won't be able to tribute to their monster to take right now. So when you're using the effect of the Regulus on the Lily Borea, you need to use the Lily Borea to send itself to Graveyard to give you that extra free zone. That's the main important thing that I'd like to note with this. The alternative is using Blend to banish the Jasmine from field instead of banishing the Healer, so that you end up having that free zone already. However, my preference is to keep the Jasmine, as Humid Winds is going to be able to trigger it to search, and these Jasmine plus Bengalancer can be super polarizationed. Now, in this situation, that is a good thing, because if you get super polarization at this, they end up using 2 cards, and this rest of your end board, especially with Regulus, Hyperiton, Strenna, can very easily deal with a 4-card hand. They trade 2 cards for a bounce, and if you choose not to end on this, and you choose to banish the Jasmine, you can't get super polymerization at all. So this route is significantly safer into super polymerization. For our second combo, we are going to be starting with just Evil Seed. Now, the big reason why this combo is different to previous combo guide combos is because we are only playing 2 copies of Jasmine. So instead of using Jasmine, we're going to have to utilize the Healer and Dryas in a slightly different way, which I think is really cool. So we start with just normal summon Evil Seed, use the effect, search Bloom and Beetle, then banish Beetle. I should also note the reason we have Cold Buy in hand is this combo does require a card to discard. We'll then use Bloom, Bloom effect to Reborn Beetle, and then link into Skeletal Soldier. Effective Beetle will then reborn our Evil Seed, and we link 3 into Rosemary. Rosemary's effect, search out Blend, then we can use Blend, discarding any card in our hand, to activate Humid Winds. We'll activate Effective Humid Winds to pay and search Rosalina, then Effective Humid Winds to gain back 500 life points, producing on 7,500. Summon Rosalina. Rosalina effect will summon Laurel from deck. Now from here, we're going to activate Skeletal Soldier in Graveyard, returning Rosemary to the extra deck to resummon the Soldier. And then Effective Soldier will reborn our Evil Seed. This is really important for another reason, because having that Rosemary left in extra deck will be great for the grind game. So now we're going to link Skeletal Soldier plus Evil Seed into our first Jasmine, and then Laurel plus Rosalina into our second Jasmine. Laurel's effect will put us back on 8,000 life points, and then Chainlink 1 Jasmine, Chainlink 2 Jasmine, we'll just search out a Princess and Snowdrop. From here, we're going to go Effective Jasmine, Tributing Jasmine to summon Lonefire, then Lonefire effect, Tributing Jasmine to summon our Loci. So we're going to do Loci combo now. So we're going to link 1 with Loci into Dryas, Effective Dryas to search Sowing, use Sowing to summon Twin, then Chainlink 1 Twin, Chainlink 2 Dryas, Dryas summoning out the Thresher again, and Twin reborning our Loci. This is where the combo does change slightly, as we no longer have Jasmine. So although we have Dryas and Healer left, we need to get Jasmine and 2 arrows on our field. So for now, we're going to go Dryas plus Twin into Sylvan Dance Peon, and we are not going to use the effect. You can use the effect here, however, we don't need to. We're using it purely for the arrows and level manipulation. So first, we're going to activate the effect of Sunseed Twin in Graveyard, banishing Thresher as cost, because we have 2 Jasmines in grave, to reborn a Jasmine. And now we can link 1 with Lonefire into Dryas, and Loci into Healer, and use Healer effect targeting Dryas to gain 300, putting us on 8,300, which then allows us to Jasmine search Petal. From here, we go Snowdrop Tributing Healer, summoning itself and Petal effect to search, searching Mudan, Princess specialing Princess. So now we're going to go Snowdrop, target Princess, so all these 3 monsters become level 4. But that isn't enough for a Strenna on its own, or for 2 Strenna on its own, sorry. That's where the summoning Dance Peon earlier in the combo comes in. So we're going to overlay our Princess and our Petal for the first Strenna. We're then going to activate Mudan effect, tributing the Strenna, summoning it to the other Dance Peon zone. So we'll go Chainlink 1 Strenna, Chainlink 2 Mudan adding Concon, and summoning our Hyperiton with Strenna. And now, because we have Princess in grave, we can go Effect Dance Peon, target Princess in grave, making the Mudan level 4, so we again have 2 level 4s to be able to make the second copy of Strenna, which I think personally is really cool. Now I'm going to go Concon and Effective Hyperiton to equip. So unfortunately, we discarded the Call By, so unless you discard a spell card, you are then going to have to attach the Sowing to Hyperiton, but that isn't the end of the world. Now, there's a couple of little things you can do with the M board. So we'll go Conta set from deck, so Concon's going to get our sheet. For me personally, I like to go Dance Peon plus Jasmine into Bengal Lancer. And then to play around Super Polymerization, we're going to use Blend, banishing Dryas from field so we don't control 2 Earths, and a Rosalina from grave to summon Magnolia. Especially in a Tempai format, having Magnolia is really important for the cards like Lightning Storm. So this is the combo that I would personally do with Evil Seed. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's really cool that you end up using the Dance Peon to get the 4th level 4, guaranteed. But yeah, we will move on to the next combo. For our final combo, we are starting with just Rosalina, and any card in your hand to discard. So Rosalina is one that I've always found to be the most difficult one-card combo, purely because there are always multiple lines you can take, especially since you make use of Sylvan Dance Peon. However, because we have 2 healer and 2 Dryas in Master Duel, it makes it significantly easier in my opinion. So the combo I like to use, we start with normal summon Rosalina, use the effect. Special summon Laurel. Then we link 2 into Jasmine, Laurel effect Engrave gains 500 life, and Jasmine effect searches out Rikka Princess. Effective Rikka Princess in hand will special summon, and then Jasmine effect Tribute Princess to special summon Lonefire. Effective Lonefire will tribute Jasmine to summon Loci, and then we link one with the Loci into Dryas. Use Dryas' effect to search Sowing. Then we can activate our Sowing, special summon Sunseed Twin, and then chainlink 1 Twin, chainlink 2 Dryas, Dryas summoning Thrasher, and Twin reborning our Loci. Now, we actually want to keep the Thrasher on field here, so we're going to link off the Twin and the Dryas for a Jasmine, and then link one with Lonefire into Dryas, and link one with Loci into Healer. Healer effect targets the Dryas, gains 300 life, and then effect Jasmine to search. Jasmine is going to search out a Snowdrop, so we have our discard in hand and Snowdrop. From here, we can then go link 3 into Rosemary, and Rosemary will search out Aroma Blend. Aroma Blend will discard the random discard in our hand to activate Humid Winds. Now, we're going to use the effect of Sunseed Twin, banishing the face-up Thresher, because we have 2 copies of Jasmine engraved to reborn it. Now Humid can pay 1,000 to search, searching Rosalina, and use 500 to gain to go back up to 8,300 life, and go chainlink 1 Jasmine to search, chainlink 2 Rosemary to summon. So Rosemary's going to summon our Rosalina, and Jasmine will search into Petal. From here, we can activate the effect of Snowdrop, tributing off Dryas to summon Snowdrop and Petal, and we'll use the effect of Petal to search out Mudan. Because we already have the Princess Engrave, we can just go Jasmine plus Rosemary into Dance Peon. So we'll use Dance Peon effect to mill. Dance Peon, if it hits, it's amazing, but if it doesn't hit, it doesn't really matter. If you hit with a Dance Peon, it means you're going to be able to end on an additional Bengal answer. However, if you don't, it doesn't matter too much. So let's say we don't hit here. We're then going to go effect of Dance Peon, targeting our Princess Engrave to make everything level 4. And then, in order to get our extra monster out, we're going to go Effective Blend, banishing it from Grave, banishing a Healer and an Aroma, to summon out Magnolia. So we can go Effect of Snowdrop, target itself as it's now level 4, make all our monsters level 4s, and overlay 2 for Strenna, use our Mudan, tributing Strenna, to summon itself, then chainlink 1, chainlink 2, summon Hyperiton, search Concon, use Concon, effective Hyperiton to equip. Sadly, unless you do discard a spell, you are going to have to equip the Sowing here. Concon effect set from deck is going to set Rikka Sheet, and then we're going to finally overlay Snowdrop plus Rosalina into a second copy of Strenna. Now I'm going to link off the Dance Peon and the Mudan into Skeletal Soldier. Again, if we had hit with the Dance Peon, we wouldn't need to end on the Skeletal Soldier, and we wouldn't have had to use the Magnolia because we already had another monster on field. So it would be able to end on Bengalancer as well. But anyway, we're just going to use Strenna to add back the Mudan for follow-up, and we still have Strenna, Hyper, Sheet, with follow-up and more. As for deck lists, this is a fairly standard deck list that I've been using for these combos. We can see in this deck list we have Rosalina, Loci, Evil Seed, all our main starters, and then we're just going for a bunch of non-engine. That non-engine can be changed depending on your matchup. For example, with Tenpai becoming more popular, you may want to play a Dimensional Barrier as a thrust target to set from deck when you get hand trapped. Maybe even Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood to stop you getting OTK'd. This is just the list that I like. The cards that it's missing compared to the TCG is I do not play Sunavalon Melius, and I only play 2 copies of Aromaseraphy Jasmine. And of course the second copy of Dryas makes a big difference in comboing too. And that is it for today's video. I hope the combos were useful, and feel free to ask your plant questions down below, and I will try to get back to them, fingers crossed. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you again in the next video.